What's going on, everyone? So it looks like the San Antonio Spurs are out on a potential Giannis Antetokounmpo trade, and it's not because of the various reports of San Antonio kind of having their concerns about ponying up what it would cost to land a Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? A lot of talks about like, hey, they don't want to give up the number 2 pick plus a Stephon Castle and all these things. There's even reports that came out that they have concerns about kind of the long-term prospect of adding a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like they're worried that they're going to give up all their young pieces, all their young foundation. Yeah, maybe they win a chip or two along the way, but once Giannis starts that decline in a couple years, all of a sudden you look up and now it's like, oh, now what do we do, right? We're not really worried about that if I'm the Spurs. I mean, if you have a chance to win a championship or two, I think you do it, right? Like it's like, you could stay the course with the team you currently have. Go get Dylan Harper and all that stuff and never win a championship and never come close. Giannis at least is proven, right? He's won a championship. He was the guy, and he won it with guys that are worse than De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. I mean, those two alone would be the two best players that Giannis has ever played with, given Dame and when he came into, Giannis's life, right? Like, so I think if you can get Giannis, I do think that there is a genuine argument for it. Obviously, you don't want to, you still need to be able to fill out a roster. There's still a lot of things that go into it. It's not as simple as like, oh, get Giannis, but Giannis, De'Aaron Fox, and Victor Wembanyama, those three alone are probably enough to get you close, if not win you a championship, right? But the reason it looks like the San Antonio Spurs may be out on a Giannis Antetokounmpo is because Giannis still isn't available. So according to Brian Windhorst, the Milwaukee Bucks are not taking any offers, not talking any Giannis trade right now. And Giannis, up until this point, has not made it known or requested a trade. He is not asked out. So brings up the question is, will he ever ask out? Right? That was a big question and a big kind of talking point from the very beginning, right? Literally from the jump of, is Giannis actually going to request a trade? Is Giannis actually going to look to get out? Or is he a guy that is one of those guys that's like, hey, I love it here. This is my franchise. I'm going to stick around. Try your best, right? Does he try to give them another year? But the problem is like, Dame, he's out for the whole season, right? Like if they're lucky, maybe he comes back for the playoffs, but he's not going to play all season. And they're kind of stuck in this purgatory. It's just, I don't know how they fix it enough to where Giannis and the Bucks are able to be a championship contender. Maybe they're able to figure something out. Maybe they're able to get creative, right? Like, especially with this new CBA, it's something that it takes. You got to have creative minds that are able to kind of figure some stuff out to get you the pieces that you need. But I mean, this doesn't mean that Giannis won't make that decision at some point. But if you're the Spurs, are you waiting around for a maybe, right? Like, yes, you could stay the course, right? Like if you're the Spurs, you could stay the course and you have the young core, you have the young talent. And it's like, hey, if Giannis becomes available, we make the move. If he doesn't, no big deal, no problems. We got our guys, right? And that could be fine. And maybe that's the route that the Spurs go, right? Or do you just go and get a guy like a Kevin Durant, who is arguably the better fit, right? Obviously, Giannis is the better player, but Kevin Durant is the better fit, especially alongside De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama, because Kevin Durant is so efficient shooting the basketball, playing off ball, where Giannis, you're kind of giving him the ball and letting him go to work, right? So, and Giannis would be the best player. So it's like, what's the pecking order with that? Is it now Giannis is the guy, Wemby's the second guy? Well, De'Aaron Fox has the ball in his hands all game. So does that mean that now De'Aaron Fox is the two guy? Like, how does that work? Is he going from being the franchise number 1 guy to now the number 3 guy, right? So there's questions about that. I'm not saying they can't figure it out. I'm not saying that they won't figure it out. But with Kevin Durant, I think there's a lot less of those concerns, right? Because it's like, okay, Kevin Durant comes in. He's already familiar playing alongside Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green. So having that ability to play off ball, playing alongside others. He played alongside Russell Westbrook and James Harden, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, right? Like, so he already has that built in, like, hey, I can play with anybody. He's got that easy plug and play ability. And again, he's going to be ultra efficient. He doesn't need 20 shots to go get you 20 points, right? So you look at a guy like a Kevin Durant, he just is, in my opinion, a more seamless fit, right? He'd also be much cheaper. You also wouldn't have to sell, the number 2 pick and Stephon Kessel, or at least you shouldn't, right? Yeah, you're going to have to give up the 14th pick and maybe like a Devin Vassell and a Harrison Barnes, or Devin Vassell and a Keldon Johnson, but it's fine, right? Like, got Kevin Durant, you're still going to have Dylan Harper. Like, you still have options there. Like, you're still in good shape. So to me, I look at the Spurs and it's like, do you wait for a Giannis and a maybe, or do you just go get Kevin Durant? If Giannis becomes available, hey, good luck to you wherever you end up. And there's also talks Giannis might want to stay in the East, which, honestly, probably makes the most sense, right? You're going to go to the West. That's an absolute juggernaut that you're going to have to, where if you can go to the right team in the East, right? Like, you might be the best team in the East, especially with Boston having a down year, right? Like, you got the Knicks and, the Cavs and the Indiana Pacers, obviously. Indiana might, they could win the championship. But, there's still questions with Indiana. Like, they're going to go in the luxury tax with Miles Turner? There's a lot of concerns that they might lose Miles Turner, right? So, if you're honest, do you want to go to the West or do you want to stay in the East? We're only competing with 3 teams, right? And it's where the West, you're competing with 12, right? And so to me, I just kind of look at it and I go, I think the Spurs get off of the Giannis business. It sucks. It's unfortunate. It would have been great to land Giannis, but just didn't work out. Go and get Kevin Durant, add Kevin Durant to this team, fill out the roster that you need to fill out, put your team in the position that you need to put it in, and let's see what happens this year, right? Even if you're not winning a championship this year or a bona fide contender this year, you at least got the foundation that now you're just adding the pieces, right? It's and then also you're going to get another year of De'Aaron Fox and chemistry and all that, another year of, Victor Wembanyama, another year of Dylan Harper and Stephon Kessel, right? And then you pluck in and add those pieces to where, maybe not this year, but year 2, boom, now you're a contender. Now you're winning and competing championships, right? And if you can squeeze out a championship or 2 before Kevin Durant leaves, then it was worth it, right? Especially this early in Wemby's career, right? If you can get that championship now, why wouldn't you want to get that championship now rather than kind of waiting around, right? And maybe Giannis comes. Again, Spurs could just stay the course, just forget Kevin Durant. Let's wait for Giannis if Giannis comes available. But Spurs already have their concerns and issues on do we pony up what we have to pony up to go get a Victor Wemby or a Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? It's you have Wemby, you have De'Aaron Fox. Trust that Wemby's going to continue to grow and continue to take strides. Trust that De'Aaron Fox is going to have a full year of strides, right? Stephon Kessel leap in year 2, whoever you draft, Dylan Harper in, this year, and then boom, go get a Kevin Durant to add in, give you that veteran, give you that experience, a guy that's won championships, right? A guy that can play off of those guys, a guy that has the easy plug-in, and boom, now you're rolling. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. As always, this is a discussion. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.